Hello yogis, welcome back to day 4. I am so proud of you. This is so awesome that you're back here again. Let's get going. Today I've planned a twisty type flow today. So a lot of core strength, a lot of core activation to safely twist and turn, and you're going to feel rinsed, you're going to feel uplifted, you're going to be full of joy. So let's get going. I'm going to start us on our backs in Supta Baddha Konasana. So if you recall, the soles of your feet come together and you just lie yourself all the way down onto your back. Take a couple breaths here. Again, we're just here for 30 minutes, so just commit to 30 minutes. There's going to be times in the practice where I invite you into discomfort, and you could certainly just close down the tab and call it a day, but you're not going to do that. You're going to say, yes, I can. I am here, and I'm committed to my growth, committed to connection, committed to creating abundance in my life through health, wellness, ease, and that connection. Let's take one more breath here. Open your mouth and like you're fogging up a mirror, sigh it out. Beautiful. Bring those fingertips behind your head. I want you to tilt your tailbone down so you really press that low back into the earth. Lift your chest and shoulders off the mat. And we're going to begin tiny little pulses here, up and down. Think of like your low ribs are sliding down towards your hips. And you're going to try and keep those shoulders off the mat the entire time that we're here. And we're not here for long, only 30 minutes. So really let's allow ourselves to feel the strength coming through our midline, our center, solar plexus, really waking them up. Let's go for another 8, 7, 6, 5. Are you breathing? Good. For 2 and 1. Bring the knees together and bring the shins parallel to the floor. And we'll do the same thing. Little tiny pulses, up and up. Up and up. Good. And can you just stay? Sure you can. For another 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Beautiful. Let's bring those feet back to the earth and drop them over towards the left. Good. And then you're going to take the twisted oblique crunch here. Try and keep those shoulder blades right up off the mat. This time you're just sliding the right ribs down towards your hip. We'll go for another 8, 7, 6, 5. Things get pretty sticky and hard if there's no breath to lubricate. So keep on breathing. Last 2 and 1. And we're going right over to the second side. Start to pulse up and down. Sliding the ribs closer to the hip point. Elbows are wide. And your breath is generous. Moving through any kind of resistance for another 6, 5, 4. What would happen if you just stayed with this? Last 2 and 1. Gorgeous. Bring those knees into your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. Hugging in. Roll side to side on your low back. And then take a hold of the backs of your legs. And then using some momentum, let's roll up and down the length of our spine. Find a little hover on the sits bones. And after you finish maybe 2 or 3 rocks, meet me in a boat pose. Now your boat pose can be like this. Your boat pose can have your toes on the mat. Your boat pose can have straight arms, straight legs. Mine's like this. And then I want you to clasp your hands together, release the pointer finger like a little Charlie's Angels gun, and you're going to follow your fingertips side to side with your gaze. I want you to think from your sits bones through the roof of your mouth. You are so tall. And we're going to continue twisting side to side. Try and draw the low ribs in and keep the hips quiet as you rotate side to side for another 8, 6, 4. Oh, my abs are on fire. You're doing so well. This is the last one. Really good. Again, rock and roll. Find a little hover. Rock up to the shoulders. Find a little hover. And then we'll cross the ankles and tip all the way forward, making our way into a table position. Dropping the belly on an inhale. This should feel good. Move into cow pose as you stretch out the front line of your body. And then the opposite. Take a Halloween cat. Drop your head down. Look to your navel. 2 more times like that. Spread the fingers wide. Make sure you're rooted through all 10 knuckles. That will support your wrists. Exhale. 1 more time. Inhale here. Exhale, final time. Really lift the back body high to the sky. Make your way to down dog. Curl the toes. Take your time. Melt your chest towards your thighs. You might want to take a little pedal, right leg, and then left leg. Find stillness in your down dog. Let your feet be hip width apart. Make sure that the heels are right behind the mounds of your feet so that they're not kind of sickling inwards or outwards. We're always looking for true north alignment. Take that right hand and reach for the right ankle. A little twist here. Using the strength of your right arm to twist and look underneath your left armpit. Good. Release that hand. Come forward into a high plank, gliding your spine so that it's parallel to the floor. Making sure that your neck is a nice extension of your spine. And anytime you need to drop your knees, you just do that. Try not to get in your head about what it's supposed to look like. If you need support right now, then you drop your knees. Let's make our way back to down dog. And on your next breath out, go ahead and find your right ankle with the left hand, and we'll take the twist on this side. Sending your right heel down to the earth, creating a little bit of twist, a little bit of rotation. Okay, full downward facing dog. We'll walk forward to our hands. Keep your palms planted. How close can you walk your feet towards your hands before you need to bend your knees or lift your palms? Have a look, challenge yourself. Maybe that'll be a new benchmark as we move and flow together. Grab opposite elbows. Sway side to side. Acknowledge yourself for getting this far in the challenge. 7 days. You're on day 4. And this is functional, strong, and calm yoga. Notice any shifts that have taken place, either physically or otherwise, and celebrate that. Let's release the hands and heel toe the feet to touch. Big inhale as you lengthen your spine and lift your torso parallel to the floor. Then exhale, release any tension, look to your navel. We'll rise up to stand, extended mountain pose, like you're gathering energy from the earth, lifting up, looking up. Exhale, bring your palms together at the center of your chest. And let's have a great flow. Reach up, big inhale. Empty it out, forward fold over those legs. Make sure you release any tension in your neck at the bottom. Just let your head hang. Then halfway lift, fingertips to shins or on the mat. Plant your hands, high plank pose, and pause. Pause in your high plank. And again, high plank can look like high plank on your knees. It's totally fine. Let's tap that right hand to the left shoulder. And we'll go side to side. Challenging the core, creating strength through the side body. We're only going to do 4 more. Great. Back to high plank. And then really slowly for the count of 3, let's find our way onto our bellies. Resist the floor as you lower. Beautiful. Extend those fingertips behind you. Lift your hands and your heart. Lift your knees and your toes. This is locust pose. Pretend that you had that beautiful necklace on. You just got it as a gift and you're showing everybody the beautiful necklace. Broad across the chest, but look down the bridge of your nose. Lift the legs and breathe in. Exhale, child's pose. Reach your hips back towards your heels. Let your head find the earth and stay. Notice any shifts that have taken place already. Maybe it's a quickening of your pulse. Maybe there's like a little inner gremlin. And can you just breathe louder than any resistance? Inhale to table. Let's keep moving. Exhale, downward facing dog. On your next breath in, lift your heels high. Bend your knees, look forward, and take a giant step or a hop all the way up to the top of the mat. When you get there, it's a half lift and a deep forward fold. Rise up, inhale, extended mountain. Lifting the heart, lifting the hands, reaching up. Maybe this one goes into just a baby back bend. Pull the upper arm bones back. And then from here, we'll sit into chair pose. I'm trying to face you guys this way. The big toes are touching. Heels are slightly apart. You're really needing to squeeze through the glutes to support you here. Bring the palms together at the center of your chest. Let's twist to the right. See if you can find the outside of that knee with the outside of the left elbow. If this is too much, I want you to open your arms wide like wings and turn your gaze towards your right thumb. Otherwise, you're using the leverage of the elbow against the knee to twist. And your legs are strong. They know exactly what to do. Stay here and let them feel. On your inhale, come through center. On your exhale, we're gonna go right over to the second side. You can do this. I know you can feel this. I know that you're probably anticipating like, oh gosh, when is this over? And I want you to remind yourself, you can do this. You are enough. You are strong enough. You are malleable enough. You're ready to feel. Come through center. And then we'll just let it all go. Let your head hang. I'm gonna move back to the top of my mat. You take a half lift. Breathe into your body. Feel the length of your spine. Hands to the mat, high plank. Pause in your high plank. Take a big inhale, push off your toes. Big exhale, lower down halfway. Upward facing dog. Press the tops of your feet down. Open your heart. To downward facing dog, lift those hips way up high. I am so proud of you. Really good work. Can you please lift your right leg to the sky, create a little bit of length and space, and then step that right foot between your hands. Bring your left knee to the mat. One big breath here to open the heart. Exhale, straighten out that right leg. Curl your right toes towards your face. One more time, breathe in. Stay for this exhale. Be gentle with those hamstrings. They will yield. You don't need to force them, just breathe. Inhale forward. Reach both arms up, Anjalayasana. So here you're going to stretch out that left hip flexor. As you exhale, bring the palms together at the center of your chest and find the outside of that right knee with the elbow again. Stay right here in this lunge twist, or curl the back left toes, firm up that left leg, and twist a little bit deeper. So here you're incorporating a little bit more muscle action to support the balance. Take a great big breath in. But stay for the exhale breath, twisting, pressing palm into palm. And then look down, plant the hands. Big inhale breath to high plank. Knees are a great option as you move through the vinyasa. You're just coming down halfway. Upward facing dog. Send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Ha. On the inhale, you lift that left leg. Step the left foot between the hands. Bring the right knee down. Good. Pause for a moment to open across the shoulders. Big, broad, taking up space shoulders. And then straighten out that front left leg, curling the left toes towards your face. Think pulling the heart towards the toes. And if there's any kind of dialogue, one thought that's hijacking you about the tightness of your legs or your hips or your body in any way, just breathe a little deeper. You will get there. We are not all designed the same way. Come forward. Inhale, reaching both arms up. Hands to heart center. We'll twist over that left leg this time. You stay right here, it's perfect. Or you curl those right toes under and you straighten and firm up the back right leg. If you're there, then feel yourself rinsing out from the crown of your head right through the heel of that back right leg. Big rinse, big opening. Take an inhale. Stay here. Feel yourself really hugging in to create more expression. And then plant the hands on either side of that left foot. High plank. Use your exhale to lower down, low push up. Resist the floor. Use the strength of your body. Up dog. Press that ground away. Downward facing dog. Beautiful work. Big inhale and a big exhale to let it out. Gorgeous. Let's lift that right leg back up to the sky. Bring the knee to your nose. Step that right foot all the way forward. Pivot your back foot. So this time you come into warrior one. You're in a deep lunge on that right side, squaring off the hips towards the front of your mat. And then we'll open up to warrior two. Reach forward with the right hand. Let's reverse our warrior. Stretching way back on that right side. Come back to warrior two. Flip both palms. Reach back forward with that right hand. Now, you have the option to drop the right forearm to your thigh for support, or keep it reaching forward underneath that right ear and reach the left hand overhead. So now you're in this extended side angle version. The legs are strong. I know you're feeling them. What I want you to think about is opening your heart, turning your heart to the sky. Take an inhale. Are you constricted somewhere? Take an exhale and ground through the legs. They're strong. Let's inhale all the way up to stand. Exhale, warrior two. I am so proud of you. Inhale, straighten out that right leg and pivot your feet so that you're facing the left edge of your mat. Bring your palms together at the center of onto your hips and fold forward, release. Let the head hang, let the hands come down. Maybe walk your hands to the back edge of your mat as you give your head a shake, yes. And your head a shake, no. Half lift. Walk your fingertips to your right foot. Step it back, high plank. Option for knees, option to just hold here if you do not want to go through the vinyasa. If you're flowing, use your inhale to lift you into upward facing dog, and we'll take it to downward facing dog. Now the left leg goes. Now you know what to expect. Step it forward, warrior one. Plant the back foot firm, reach up to the sky. Inhale. Stay here. Feel the four corners of that left foot pressing down. Beautiful. You guys are doing so well. Open to warrior two. Flip and reverse. Let the right hand slide down your right leg as you open your left side body. And then come back to warrior two. Reach and flip the left palm forward. You stay. You use the support of your arm on the thigh. And then reaching that right arm over the right ear. We're here for three. Can you press down more for two? Last exhale lets you spin open to your fullest expression and come up. Warrior two. Beautiful work. Straighten out the left leg, pivot towards the right edge outside of your mat. This time interlace your fingers and fold. Give your head a little shake, yes. And a little shake, no. Breathe into those shoulders. Allow this to open up across the top of your chest, the armpits, the upper back. Gently release the hands down and walk those fingers towards your left foot. Step to the top of your mat. Take a half lift and a fold. Rise up, pressing through the feet to come to an extended mountain all the way up. Draw your hands together and we'll take eagle pose. So again, we'll sweep up. The right hand will go under the left, or the right arm, I should say. So you create like a little twist tie. If your shoulders are super tight, just take genie arms where you place opposite hand on opposite shoulder. And then lift that right leg up, cross it over at the knee. Maybe also you cross it at the ankle. So you're in a chair pose on the supporting leg. So you're in a deep squat. And then you've got an opposite action happening through the upper body. You're extending through the crown of your head. Elbows are lifted off the chest. Tailbones drawing down towards the floor. Beautiful. Let's release this. And we'll try the second side. Left arm under. Lift that left leg up and over. If you've got that critter brain nattering away, we all have it. You are not alone in that. Stay committed to this work of getting still, of feeling, using your body as the vehicle to reconnect with sensation, to reconnect with emotion, allow it to wash over you. And we'll release. Bring your hands through heart center. One more balancing sequence. Let's lift the right knee into your chest. If you have access to the toe, you can certainly grab the toe and we'll guide that knee or the foot open towards the right side of the room, turning your gaze over towards your left thumb. And when we work balancing poses, it's called equanimity in the sequence. It's an effort to stay calm, stay grounded, stay focused, even though there's challenge. We experience that all the time in our regular life. Bring that leg forward. Reach your arms alongside your ears. Pulse that right leg high for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last big inhale. Sweep that leg behind you. We're going to pendulum forward into your airplane pose. You want the right hip facing down towards the floor. So think all 5 toes facing the floor. Don't let that hip open. And then think of your upper body like a departures airplane, not an arrivals airplane. So lift up, create uplift. There are always times in our lives where there's challenge, where there's discomfort, whether it's a traffic jam, an awkward moment, an uncomfortable moment at work. And you can always find your feet, find your drishti, find your grounding, and stay present and calm. Bring your palms together at the center of your chest. See if you can bring that left hand down to the floor as you reach your right arm up to the sky. Now we're in half moon pose. That right hip opens. If you're falling everywhere, do not worry about it. You will get this. Connect skin into muscle, into bone, and fold. There's nothing like a good half moon. Shake it out to really bring you into the present moment. Otherwise, you will fall right over. Let's roll up one bone at a time. I'm so proud of you. Just stay with it. Let's bring that left knee into the chest. You can always grab the toe. We're going to guide that open towards the left. Gaze goes over right. Press down to get taller. We're opening through that left hip. Come on back through center. Extend the leg forward. You can keep it bent if you need. We're going to pulse at 5, 4, lean forward. We're getting into the core. Last 2, airplane pose. Sweep that leg behind you. Let it rock back like a pendulum with control, not with momentum. Get really disciplined right away. You flex the left toes down towards the floor, making sure belly is in and up. Gravity's going to want to pull you down. I want you to draw in away from the floor. Get long through the spine. Stay here, breathe in. And then as you exhale, bring those hands to your heart center. Find the ground with that right hand, extending the left hand to the sky. And a block is really nice here if you have one, or a book, or a water bottle. I love this pose. This one gets me present right away. The magic is lifting that left leg high, 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 because it counterbalances the weight of your torso, especially if you wanted to strengthen through the obliques and float your left fingertips. Big inhale. And fold it. Excellent. Let's just shake at those legs. Come to the top of your mat, sit onto your bum, roll onto your back. Well done. We're going to move into bridge pose. Feet are hip width apart. Lift your hips up to the sky. Place your hands alongside your body. Let the inner thighs roll inwardly and down towards the inner line of your feet. And can you send your knees farther forward towards the top of your mat as you lift the pelvis, strengthening your back body. We're here for another 2 breaths. Maybe you interlace those hands, lift the chest a little higher, and come down. Beautiful work. Let your knees fall side to side. And then draw those knees into your chest. We'll take happy baby. Reaching for the outsides of the feet. Guiding the knees down towards the mat. Rock side to side. Okay. We're going to move into half pigeon. So rock up and down. If half pigeon isn't right for you, if you have any issues around your knees, then just stay on your back for thread the needle, where you cross one ankle over the top of the knee and then you hug that in. Otherwise, I like to move into my half pigeon from a downward facing dog, lifting the right leg to the sky and guiding that right knee towards my right wrist. Allow your hips to come down. And then listening to your body without forcing or pushing, but staying with sensation. We'll take 3 breaths in and out. On your last inhale, walk the hands back towards your body. Open through the heart, stretch through the abs, reach the crown of your head tall, and press it back to down dog so we can go right over to the second side. Inhaling that left leg up to the sky. Knee to left wrist. Find your half pigeon. This side might be a little different. Give yourself permission to just soften. You've done beautiful work today. Acknowledge this body that you have. Acknowledge what it can do. Walk your hands back to your body. Inhale, length. And as you exhale, just let your weight fall onto that left hip and sweep that right leg all the way around the top of your mat. And we'll roll onto our backs. One vertebrae at a time. Knees bend, let them roll over towards the left as you gaze right. And then other side. Bring your knees back. Last tiny bit of effort will be to wrap your arms around your knees. Squeeze yourself into such a tight, tight little ball. Kiss your right knee and then your left. Acknowledge yourself for showing up and for staying, because you can and you will and you're strong enough and you are enough. Shavasana. Bring your attention back into your body. Gently find movement in your fingers and your toes. Deepen your breath. Reaching your arms overhead, bringing the feet together, stretch the toes forward, take a great big good morning yawn type stretch, and then rolling to one side. Let your eyes stay soft and closed. And then you'll make your way up into a seated position. Palms touch. Lift your heart up to the thumbs. Let them touch together. Close your eyes. Take a deep inhale. Feeling the upper brain center flood with new, fresh oxygen, and sigh it out. Let's touch those thumbs up to the forehead. Acknowledge your body. Acknowledge what it took to get you here today. Acknowledge what it took for you to stay. May you go through the rest of your day being reminded of your beauty and your worth. We bow together and say namaste. Beautiful. You are beautiful. Well done. I'm so happy you joined me. I'm so happy to be a part of your practice. I'll see you back here for day 5. Have a great one. Love ya. Mean it.